At 80 years old, I've learned a lot about life, the ups, the downs, and the things you don't fully understand until you've lived through them. But if there's one decision I look back on with true regret, it's choosing to move into a nursing home. At the time, it seemed like a smart, safe move. My kids encouraged it, saying I'd have care, community, and no more worries, and I believed them. But the reality? It was nothing like I expected. If you're considering a nursing home, whether for yourself or someone you care about, I want to share 6 hard-earned truths I wish someone had told me before I moved in. Because what seems like a convenient choice can end up costing you more than you realize. Stay with me until the end. Some of these insights may surprise you. And if you know someone facing this decision, please share this video with them. It could change everything. Let's begin. Regret number 1. Surrendering my daily freedom. The biggest shock? How quickly my sense of freedom disappeared. Before I moved in, I decided how my days looked. Morning coffee on my porch, lunch when I felt hungry, late-night puzzles or reading if I couldn't sleep. But once inside, life ran on someone else's clock. Breakfast at 7, whether you're hungry or not. Lights out at 9, even if your mind's wide awake. Want to go outside? You might need to wait for staff availability. The little choices I once took for granted, when to shower, what to wear, whether to skip a meal, they vanished. I remember waking up in that unfamiliar bed, reaching for my slippers and realizing this isn't my space. My chair wasn't there. My old books were boxed away. I wasn't just in a new place, I was in someone else's routine. And once you lose that freedom, it's tough to get it back. If you're thinking about a nursing home, ask yourself, are you ready to let go of the small decisions that make life yours? Because those small things, they're bigger than you think. Regret number 2. Becoming invisible to the world. Outside. When I first moved in, my family visited. My son stopped by on Sundays, and my daughter brought the grandkids to brighten my week. But over time, the visits faded. Life moved on. For them, not for me. It wasn't intentional. Everyone's busy, but calls replaced visits. Holidays got rescheduled, and slowly, I became an afterthought. One evening, I stared at my phone, wondering if I should call my daughter. I didn't want to seem needy. I didn't want to be a guilt trip. So I put the phone down. That's when I realized this place wasn't just isolating me physically. It was making me disappear emotionally. If you're considering this move, understand. Out of sight really can mean out of mind. Love doesn't always fade, but presence can. And the absence is deeply felt. Comment number 2 below if this part resonates with you. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video. Regret number 3. Losing my purpose. At home, I had reasons to wake up. I made my own coffee, fed the birds, swept the porch. These small acts gave me structure. But in the nursing home, everything was done for me. At first, I thought, finally, time to rest. But after a while, rest turned into waiting, and waiting turned into emptiness. There was a man named Walter who used to paint every morning, but once he moved in, no easels, no paints. He said to me one day, "I don't know who I am anymore." I knew exactly what he meant. When we stop doing the things that define us, even simple ones, we lose our sense of meaning. A nursing home might take away the burdens, but sometimes it takes away the reasons, too. If you're thinking about making this change, ask yourself, what gives your life purpose? And will you still have that once you move in? Regret number 4. My health declined, faster than I expected. Before the move, I was doing all right. I walked every day, cooked light meals, and kept myself moving. But once I got to the facility, things changed. No more grocery trips, no stairs to climb, meals brought to my door. It felt easy, too easy, and slowly I stopped moving. What used to be a stroll around the block became a shuffle to the dining room, then a wheelchair on bad days. The less I moved, the less I could move. I wasn't just getting older, I was getting weaker. Because I stopped challenging my body. In the name of safety and convenience, I let go of the very things that kept me strong. If you're considering a move like this, ask yourself, will you have the drive to keep your body active when everything around you is designed for you to sit still? If this part struck a chord, comment number 4 below. And please, keep pushing yourself to move. Regret number 5. Losing my privacy and personal space. No one told me how hard it would be to lose my privacy. At home, my room was mine, my bathroom, my quiet. Here, room checks, shared bathrooms, strangers knocking, sometimes not knocking. Even using the restroom became something I had to wait for assistance with. I had a roommate, a sweet woman, but we were different. She liked the TV loud. I liked silence. I missed being able to just be alone. Dignity isn't something you think about until it's gone. In a place meant to care for me, I felt more exposed than ever. If you're someone who values your space and your solitude, think carefully. Because in a nursing home, those things often come second to efficiency. Regret number 6. Realizing it's harder to leave than you think. I thought I'd try it out. If I don't like it, I told myself, I can always leave. But leaving wasn't easy. My old home? It had been rented out. My furniture? Sold or stored. My independence? Faded. Even when I wanted to leave, the fear held me back. Was I still strong enough? Could I live alone again? The longer you stay, the more the outside world becomes foreign. And for many, the option to go back disappears altogether. That's the truth no one tells you. Moving in might feel temporary, but for most it becomes permanent, whether by choice or by circumstance. Before you take that step, ask yourself, are you truly ready to say goodbye to the life you know? Growing older is part of life, and asking for help isn't weakness. But looking back, I wish I had asked for help on my terms. I wish I had explored other ways to stay in my home, with support, but without giving up my identity. Nursing homes aren't all bad. For some, they're necessary. But for others, they're an irreversible step into a life they didn't truly want. If you're facing this choice, take a moment, breathe. Ask yourself, is this truly the best path, or just the easiest one right now? Because your routines, your comforts, your freedom, they're worth fighting for. Thanks for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What stood out to you today? Share one thing you learned in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear this. We'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay wise.